Hello, beautifuls. We had a friend staying with us who talked a lot about how he is creating his freedom dream, and it reminded me about how I created mine through growing my business online and enabling me to travel the world. And that is what the up and coming Protect and Grow Your Business Online course is all around, starting on the 7th of March. Is about how you can create an online business that feels really good and enjoyable, so that whatever it is that you're delivering in that online sphere is leaving an energy and a feeling that other people can connect into at any time, and it will keep your business growing sustainably. And yes, we also have to acknowledge those days that are a bit harder. And so how do we manage our feelings and emotions so that we can do the best work on the right days? If you're interested and you want to join, sign up and let me know if you've got any questions. There's payment options depending on your budget, so that everyone can join who's called forth at this time to serve and be part of the new earth. I just wanted to really remind you guys about the fact that come into this thinking about your family, thinking about this being the support web around the world that you are connecting in and plugging into when you're coming into your joy and your online presence. And the questions that are here are to help prompt you with what inspires you and what you want to move towards. So whether it's what's your favorite content to consume, where and how you do that, what ways in which is it presented, and when do you tend to do that, right? Because that's also going to be a part of your tribe. Like, they're going to be similar-ish to you, maybe not the same, maybe they're not all night owls, but maybe some of them are. And so that might inform you as to like when you might want to share stuff, how you might want to share stuff, because what inspires you is what you want to move towards. And so knowing what you're wanting to move towards and allowing that resonance to start to be in your own field is going to help you move towards the actions that you're going to take that get you inspired. And that is also going to be what's going to motivate you and get you doing some of the things that are going to come up. I also want you to really acknowledge your own vibration and where you're at, so that you can really hold your current joy and what you've got. So that's going to be looking at your favorite way in which you connect with other people and how you enjoy creating that connection. So really tapping into what it is that you do that shifts you into your heart coherence. And then also, what are the ways in which you like to build that connection? So then looking at the mechanisms that you use in how you create that heart coherence that then connects with another's heart. So take the time and reflect on those two, because then what's going to happen is we're going to move into how you fill the gap between what you consume or what inspires you and what your vibration is at this time. So I gave you a couple of examples. Yeah, so exactly. Like you might really love doing meditations and love listening to other people's meditations. So think about audio recordings. Like if you're someone who really loves audio content, you're not so fussed about the video, maybe a place for you to start to practice is doing some audio recordings yourself, getting a microphone. I've put it away. I use a Zoom H1N for doing my meditation recordings. Learn that you want to be in a soft environment, not somewhere like my amazing wooden floor here. You want to go and sit on a carpet. Wrap yourself in blankets. The classic is to be in a small space as well, like a wardrobe, surrounded by clothes, so that you have soft fabrics that absorb the sound of the recording. And that's going to make a nice soft recording for your audio practices. And maybe that's the way you begin. And that could be a podcast. And so you might practice making a podcast, and you could do that with episodes, and then maybe you turn it into series. So you could just feel your way and try it out. So that would move you towards doing something like you really enjoy and what really inspires you. I've also made some other suggestions, funny memes, making your own funny posts to get people laughing, being a bit more viral. I would suggest that you try and find 3 skills to develop. that you're going to move towards what inspires you. And a great way to do this is to do it with a colleague or a friend in which you can support one another. So using your community, using your other colleagues who might be moving towards doing the same thing, who might feel a bit stuck, and saying, okay, guys, how can we help each other? How can what is it that you want to practice doing as an upskill, and what does the other person? And maybe it's getting better with your emails. So maybe you practice writing each other those emails, and then you can give each other some feedback. It does help if you give each other deadlines and that you try and think about the quantity of something that you're going to deliver over a period of time. So like if it's one video a month, awesome, right? And then obviously we do loving feedback. But really do those practice runs. And if you are not sure, do it with me. We've got the Trainer Hub there. We've also got the online business course community area if you want to do it in the online business course so that you can practice it as part of the course for the 8 weeks, or you're welcome to come into the Hub and you can use the Hub as a place in which you might want to do that too. So I really want you to be aware that those resources are there, even with working with me, where you can practice and get that feedback, and we can do that with each other in part of those community spaces.